Hello and welcome to the No Dumping Podcast. Thank you for joining us today. I'm joined by my co-hosts, Landon.
Hello.
And Christian.
Hey.
Christian's actually here today.
For once.
For once, yeah. Christian, we called you on the last podcast. And
I understand.
Yeah, we roasted you.
It.
Because you wouldn't answer our calls. Because apparently something's more important than us.
Yeah, you got other things to do, I get
It's
it.
whatever. Yeah. Silence.
You got nothing to say to that?
No, there's no retort. It's just, I was in the wrong.
No retort.
Yeah, as you were.
So, again, thank you guys for joining us. We are going to be getting into some of the shenanigans that me and Christian got into on the Fontana trip that I spoke about earlier. Landon was not there because he had to work and he sucks.
Yep, true.
But Christian, why don't you
put those away first of all?
Why don't you kickstart it? Why don't you? Yeah, first of all, put those away.
Please.
Second of all, why don't you kickstart us off and?
I hate that so much.
Okay. Why don't you kickstart us off and tell us how, when you woke up that morning, like, start from there, and then we can go into when me and you met up at the lake.
Shoot. Oh, well, I woke up that morning kind of groggy and tired because it was earlier than noon, so kind of sucked, first of all. Well, I don't know, just kind of packed stuff up. It was all cool. Started heading that way a little late. Definitely later than planned. Got on the lake thinking it was going to be like a 2.5 mile, 3 mile paddle. Definitely ended up being 6.5.
6.5 miles, yeah.
6.5 miles. I remember your dad saying, "Yeah, this is about halfway."
Yeah,
When it was
lying
definitely not halfway.
time.
It's like a fourth of the way. Terrible. Yeah, but it was fun.
So, one of the best things that happened, like I told you a little bit about this, Landon. One of the best things that happened to me and Christian while we were there was once we got to the island after, like, what, 2.5 hours of paddling?
Yeah, if not 3.
About 2.5, 3 hours of paddling just to get to the island itself. We found a, it was a dock that had broken off of the mainland and floated over to the island, and then someone tied it off. Excuse me. Someone tied it off on the island. And we went and got that island, and we went and got the dock, and we pulled it over to where we were staying, and we used that dock for everything. We ate off of that dock, we swam off of that dock, and Christian
Those redneck looking deck.
Christian pooped off of that dock.
Several times.
I don't know why. I don't know if it was something that we were cooking or if it was just like pure instinct, but Christian's like floodgates.
Oh, I was open that trip. The bowels were definitely working.
He was running rivers and
Loose to say the least.
Okay, just to interject for a second, because we're talking about pooping. Okay, the worst, have y'all ever had a poop so bad that you gotta, like, not only strip down naked, but, like, take your shoes and socks off?
What? Would you not take your shoes and socks off before you stripped down naked?
Well, there are stages to it, so, like,
you're sitting there on the toilet, no undies, no pants, shirt off,
Let me finish.
shoes and socks still laced up.
Let me finish. So, like, there are layers to it. When I'm having a really bad one,
Yeah.
the shirt comes off first, right?
yeah, the shirt comes off first.
So then I'm sitting there, and then, depending on what kind of pants I'm wearing, pants come off second. Because if I can pull them over my shoes, then I pull them over my shoes. Okay?
So
What?
Wait, so
Hold on,
you are
hold on,
saying that
hold
the
on.
shoes and socks
Followed
are
by
last
the
thing to
underwear,
go?
right? Because if I'm in my house, then yes, shoes and socks come off first. But if I'm in a public place, I don't want my feet touching public
You
floor.
put your pants
So
back on
then-
your shoes.
if if it's bad enough, you gotta unlace the Converse high tops and then kick off the socks. Have
Wait,
y'all
what-
ever had something like that?
What, does your belt come off last? Is your belt still on at this time?
No.
It's his last.
The belt comes out. The belt comes off with the pants. Anyways, you get what I'm saying. Have y'all ever had like a crap that was so ferocious you had to strip down?
Yeah, several.
Yeah, I've stripped down, but never in a public place.
I did it in
No,
the
I
gas station
never did
bathroom
that.
one time. But it was like one of the ones where you walk
Because
around
when
the
you-
outside of the building and let
Yeah,
yourself in.
time out.
Yeah.
With
But
the
in
key.
order to take your pants off over your shoes, your pants have to touch the floor.
Everything.
That's nasty.
You took You took your socks off in a gas station bathroom?
No. That wasn't in the gas station bathroom. Of course not.
Okay.
No. I mean,
Just your pants and
Listen,
shirt.
if
yeah,
it's
I've done some nasty
it's gotten
things,
to
but
the
I've never
point-
done anything that
If
bad.
it's gotten to the point where you're hurting so bad that you take your socks off in a gas station bathroom,
Somebody better be calling an ambulance.
Yeah. Oh,
Somebody probably is based on the sounds I'm making from in there if I'm having to take my socks off.
on that. You know, like when you get really nervous, your farts smell different. So
They smell worse.
day of I don't know what day it was. Third day of competition past year 2021.
Yeah.
I was going up there just for what's it called? Just for honor society.
Yeah.
Trying to get the scholarship.
Did you get that?
Yeah. Me and Logan were in the bathrooms like across from each other in the stall. We both hit us at the same time. We had like McDonald's or something that morning.
Yeah, of course.
I
Big
sit down,
movement.
pull the pants down. I take the jacket off, of course, because I know it's
course.
going to be bad.
Yeah.
Sit down, look up. There's a soft serve ice cream, like, poster on there. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a bad one. It's just that sign. I know it. This chocolate ice cream coming out of the soft serve machine. Sit down, buckle this thing up. I'm sitting in a position where I can get kind of comfy, but bear down good.
Yeah.
I start, and it is just the loudest chock, 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 chock coming out of me. Logan hears it. We're both laughing and screaming, and it was bad. I'm pooping there, right?
Yeah.
And it hits me. I start gagging, sitting on the toilet pooping. I'm like, Logan, I'm going to die here. I can't do this. I'm going to throw up. Eyes are watering. I'm crying, gagging my life. I'm grabbing the toilet paper, wiping as fast as I can. I still got to check, though, you know?
Yeah.
Each time I check, it's shoving it down there, wipe again. Logan, I'm gone. I stand up, grab my jacket, slam the door, walk outside to take a breath. Don't even have time to wash the hands yet. Go outside, crying, look like I just got done running or something like that. Come back in, Logan's still laughing his butt off.
I
Wash
think
my hands and
I think the worst experience I had with something like that was I was eating like spicy ramen or something,
God.
and I kept like pushing it down to the point where I threw up. And the throw up from this off-brand spicy ramen I bought in a cup smelled so horrific that I threw up because of the smell. So then I was just in a loop of puking for like a solid 5 minutes, and it was going everywhere. We had to get new shower curtains and everything because I painted that bathroom.
new shower curtains.
Yeah, because like I rushed into the bathroom, right? I puked a little bit in the sink, and then
As
I
one
moved to the
does.
toilet real fast, and then I thought I was done, so I stood up, and then I caught a whiff of it, and it just went all over the shower curtain. So then I flung the shower curtain out of the way, and I just puked in the bathtub.
Dang.
It was terrible.
That sounds absolutely horrible.
It's not favorable.
It was bad. It was bad.
So-
Christian, put that mic to your face, buddy.
So the only thing that I could even try to one up those stories was one time my older sister Erica, she got the flu, right? Listen, Erica, if you're listening to this, everything that I'm about to say is true and you know it is. But she is a drama queen to the fullest. She got the flu one time, and literally the way that she puked literally was so horrific and so horrendous that my dog started barking at Erica because of how vile she was puking. And there's this one time where I woke up, you wake up in the middle of the night, you gotta go take a whiz. You gotta go
Yeah.
take a leak in the middle of the night.
Naturally.
So I'm walking to the bathroom, and there's Erica standing at the end of the hall. I'm talking dark.
Like horror scene.
Erica's
The lights in
dark-skinned?
the room, the lights in the hallway are off, and I can just see her silhouette at the end of the hallway. And then I went, Erica, are you okay? And then she was kind of hunched over, looking down, and then she looks up at me and just starts projectile vomiting
Yeah. That's
onto
when
the
you call the
carpet in
priest.
the hallway. And then I was
Silence
like,
of the
Erica, go to the
Lambs
bathroom,
much?
go to the bathroom. So Erica starts walking down the hallway, still puking, left a trail of vomit from her room to the bathroom. She,
That's the end of it.
well, jeez. But, Lord, So while we're on this, like, one of the funniest things from the Fontana trip that I can remember was me, Christian, and Christian's dad. We swam across the lake, like we were just going. Once we get to the other side of the lake, Christian had to poop when we got to the other side of the lake.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
So Christian his butt is facing my dad on the island, and he braces up against the log and just opens the floodgates. And all I can hear is my dad from the other side of the lake go, "Why?"
Oh.
Anyway, oh Lord. That was the Fontana trip was a lot of fun, but
That
it
was
would
a
have
lot
been
of
more
fun.
fun if more of the boys could have come.
Yeah. And we could have stayed for more than 2 days, or if I could stay for more than one day.
We stayed longer. Although the second day, I don't know if it was just because like the Jurassic changes in temperature, but I got a head cold while we were out there on the lake. That was absolutely horrendous. Like, I woke up the next morning after you guys had left, and I felt like Dwayne Johnson had been punching me in the earlobe, like in the ear for 12 hours.
The Rock?
Oh, like, go, 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 go. Right? Like, I woke up and my head was hurting so bad that I looked at my dad and I was like, bro, I kind of want to leave right now. Like, I'm feeling not great.
Come back to my place.
Okay.
Skip the formalities, Jason.
Okay.
I don't know why. Like, your dad and I have the most like mediocre and awkward conversations when I come over. Like, no, like it's weird because like he knows that I'm over here all the time, but when he walks in, he'll just like look at me. I'll look back at him and he'll be like, "What are y'all doing,
Bro, stop moving those things. Every time you move those things, you're spiking the...
They can't hear me from here.
No.
But they can hear the spikes.
Because it's connected to the
It's
microphone.
connected."
You're broken.
Yeah, but your dad will just start the most meaningless conversations with me, and I'm just standing there like, we both could have went without having this conversation. I don't know why you engaged me in it.
That's just how my dad is.
Oh, he each time I come over, we usually have, I don't know, a good talking. Me and him were just talking about something, but it always lasts longer than it should.
Yeah, like to the point.
Stop. I'm trying to get to Eric's room, just to, hang out or do something, say hi, and we were in the hallway just talk. I can't leave. I don't really want to, but I'm just trapped.
He keeps pulling you back in because you'll just be like,
That's
you'll be
exactly
like,
what it
oh,
is.
all right.
He
And
starts
then you're
turning away
like,
a little, and
he'll
he says
turn,
something.
and he'll be like, yeah, I love this movie. And you're just like, oh, cool.
He's like, oh,
We're
this
staying for this.
conversation is
Have you
still
ever
happening?
ever seen this movie? Nope. I haven't. Do you want to?
Listen.
Can't help but think he knows that
He knows
here
we're trying to leave.
to see Eric and say hi, but
No.
I want to talk.
You guys don't
trying to pull us back
understand.
in.
Once you get to the point to where I'm at, to where my dad will start, he does the same thing to me. It's not just you guys. He'll I'll walk out of my room into the kitchen to get a drink out of the fridge, and as I'm walking back to my room, I'll be halfway down the hallway, and he'll start a conversation with me when I'm already halfway down the hallway, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, man, that's crazy," and then I'll come into my room, and he will follow me into my room to continue the conversation.
I'll be honest. I've walked down the hallway and he said something, and I pretended like I didn't hear him because I knew it would be a longer conversation.
I remember.
Not saying I don't love talking to Jason.
Yeah, I remember one time I walked in and Jason was talking to someone. I thought he was talking to me, so I responded to him, and he gave me this weird look. And I was like, oh, I guess he's not talking to me. So I keep walking down the hall just to realize that him and Eric are having a conversation from the living room to Eric's bedroom, just talking back and forth in normal tones.
Yeah,
And I'm
we're
like, how
talking
are y'all?
through Landon.
Like, how are y'all hearing each other right now? Because Eric's talking just like normal and Jason's talking normally, and I'm just like, what is going on here?
No, it's very strange. At some point, I'm just gonna give my dad a walkie-talkie, and I'm just gonna sit in my room, and whenever he wants to start a random conversation, he's just gonna be like, he's gonna call me on the walkie, be like, "Hey, come into the living room. I got something I want to talk about."
Sometimes I'm just gonna give him a kiss.
Okay. Anyway, so-
Maybe grab his thigh. I mean,
Yeah, accidentally, smack him on the jeans.
Jason's probably gonna hear this. Next time we come over, he's gonna be like, "You guys are freaks."
Be like, so
You
there was
smacked me
talks
on
of
the
smacking on the
jeans."
jeans.
That's probably exactly
You
how to
boys,
say it too.
you boys good?
But Lord, Me and Landon recorded. We talked about it last episode. We recorded a fire pilot episode that got deleted because my computer crashed. But in that
So upset.
in that episode, we talked a little bit about a camp that we recently went to called Strong Tower, and we're gonna go back over some of that stuff because some of the stuff was too funny to just leave out. Christian, okay, Gabe.
What is this?
Okay, Christian. From day one, what was your kind of whole feel of Strong Tower?
So usually we have, it's just a little background. Usually we have like max 13 kids come from our church, the Strong Tower, including Clinton. So this year we had like 40 kids, and there's a ton of freshies, like 20 freshy boys. That sounds kind of
Okay,
Sounds weird.
Sounds
like
sus there, buddy.
12 to 13 age. No, they were there, and so if they're on our level, they're across the hall. You know, a little hazing is necessary. So
course.
we declared their room the poop room. What? It's always poop for some reason. I don't know why. But me, George, Logan, we desecrated that room with defecation. We went. They had 2 bathrooms, and we filled both the toilets up with poop in the first day,
Oh my God!
and just didn't flush it.
No.
And just kept it there. And then they were like, "Who pooped in our toilet?" I'm like, I don't know. But along with that, we stole a refrigerator from their room, a couch from their room, a microwave from down the hall. Their fridge didn't work, so we took the upstairs boys' fridge and switched the fridges with the one downstairs.
No, one of those kids, because I stayed in Christian's dorm because ours just didn't have any AC, so I stayed in Christian's for like 2 nights. One of the kids opens the door, locks eye contact with me, and while he's talking to Logan. So like he's staring at me but talking to Logan, and he's like, "Hey Logan," and Logan's like, "What?" And he's like, "Where's Christian?" And he's like, "I don't know." And then he just goes, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Landon." And he was like, "Well, Landon, do you know where Christian is?" And I was like, "No."
Gosh. The poop boys.
And then George took me in their room to show me like where everything went down. And then George looked over and he was like, "Hey, look, they're towels." And he just grabbed their towels from one of the shelves, threw them on the floor, and just kept walking. And I was just like, "Okay, I guess that's what's going on."
So they thought they'd try to get us back or something. We walked in a room and our couch was moved. And so, rampage immediately. I busted open the door. George is behind me. We kick open their room. No one's in there. We're throwing their fridge down. I open their drawers with their food in it. I pour all their food into this microwave and trap the microwave somewhere. We're throwing shoes left and right. Clothes are getting knocked down. Beds are getting thrown over. We just walk out. Trying to find out they weren't the kids that did it. But it was still good rage.
Someone had to pay, and it just so happened to be them.
Yeah.
Lord.
Barabbas
So-
was free.
So Christian's experience with the dorms was a lot better than mine and Landon's because we got
Ours sucked.
to our dorms and realized that we weren't going to have AC the rest of the week. And yeah, it was not a fun time at all. I literally wanted to actually that's pretty impressive.
Wowza.
Anyway, but we literally wanted to die all week, and we complained about it every single day that we were there. And people would like come up to us and be like, "Oh, I'm sick and tired of hearing you guys complain about not having AC." And I was like, "You want to switch rooms?" And they'd be like, "No." And I'd be like, "Yeah, so stop talking."
Exactly.
It wasn't fun at all. So one of the best things that happened at Strong Tower was the chicken fight, and our boy Gabe.
Got rocked.
Oh, that was cool.
Our boy Gabe got his world rocked. He got his teeth knocked in by some kid.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Literally got his teeth knocked.
So
Kicked in.
we had such high hopes for Gabe, and then he just kept getting drilled in the jaw by some kid.
In the chicken fights, they were suspended, hanging from like some trusses, maybe 6 feet above the ground. No,
No, it was like
10
it was
feet.
like 10, 11 feet above the ground.
They had a mattress type thing, a mat below them to catch them, and they were hanging from this, trying to kick each other down, which is the
Yeah, the whole point of this
most
the whole point of this chicken fight was to hang onto this truss beam and kick the other player off of it.
It was amusing to watch.
It was very
awesome.
amusing to
And they
watch.
had these little what SpongeBob when he does karate,
Yeah.
he's got that little headgear. I don't know what it's
Like a
called.
little wrestling helmet.
They had the
Yeah.
headgear on, but it
They're
didn't protect
boxing
nothing.
helmets.
But,
He got his teeth kicked.
Yeah, they had no mouth protection.
Because normally you pair those helmets with mouth guards, but I guess
Yeah,
teeth
that would
just
help.
don't matter.
Yeah.
They said no kicking, but that was definitely not. A
Yeah,
rule
that
they
was
stuck by.
not something.
This kid started just wailing. They're like, "Hey, no kicking. No, stop kicking.
And then they just kept kicking each other.
Stop kicking."
And then Adam,
That's it.
we all thought Adam broke his neck the way he fell.
He fell.
Hard.
Dude.
Saw it.
We plugged him last time. We're gonna plug him again so that people can go make fun of him.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
Adam's Instagram. But Adam gets up there. He said that he was feeling pretty confident. He gets up there, and then he gets kicked so hard in the side of the head that he falls off and does like a 180 and lands directly on his head.
His Instagram is Adam_Glenn03.
Yeah. Everyone follow him on Instagram and make fun of him.
Don't follow him though.
Don't
follow
follow
me.
him. Just make fun of him.
I'm not gonna plug my Instagram.
Are we doing a plug here?
No. No, don't plug. I don't want my Instagram out there.
I'm gonna dox you.
I would rather not.
Lord, so day 2 of Strong Tower wasn't all that great. We didn't really do much. Like all of the guys, at least in mine and Landon's dorm, we were doing everything that we possibly could to avoid being in our dorms because of how hot it was. So we literally did anything that we possibly could to not be dying of a heat stroke. It was literally that bad. We've only gotten 20 minutes in.
Yeah. Hell, it's 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah. It's pretty late. We mentioned in the last podcast that this was going to be kind of a long
Stopping at
night
50.
for us. But Lord, we need something else to talk about, boys. Anything
Christian,
waiting?
you got any topics?
You're on your phones.
So, okay. Catherine was over
Of
the
course
other
I'm
day.
on my phone. Duh.
Catherine was over the other day, and we're kind of talking, sitting down, playing around, and I take a picture of something she doesn't like, and she's trying to wrestle my phone into my hand, obviously, and I'm trying to get my phone back.
Yeah.
And she's behind me and has me in a headlock. Okay, she's behind me, headlock.
Yeah.
I'm kind of squiggling around, and I accidentally elbow her in the corner of the eye, and so I didn't think anything of it. She didn't think anything of it. We kept on fighting, and then her eye
Oh my God!
swelled up into a black eye.
Oh.
And then she went to her dad and was like,
And
"Christian
then-
beats me."
She went, oh my gosh. We were in the car talking like, how should I go in? I was like, Catherine, you should just go in regular, and we can explain that it was an accident. It's like, should I try to hide it and cover it with my hair? I was like, no. Don't try to hide it.
like trying
Don't
to-
try to hide it.
that's just gonna make you look
like I
bad.
abused you. It was an accident.
He's like, he doesn't abuse me. He corrects me.
Sometimes I just get out of line and he fixes it.
It's not his fault. It was my fault. It was my fault.
I stepped out of line.
I did it.
Let me take the blame for
I ran
this.
into a door.
It was my fault. She walks in. And
I fell down the stairs.
I just see her go in her mom's room, and her mom goes, "Cassie, what happened?" like, oh,
You
no.
just made an Hispanic mother sound Italian.
Yeah, I think her mom almost started crying, if not did start crying. And then she comes out there, and her dad's over in the corner. I'm not trying to look at anybody because I'm like feeling horrible now.
You're just looking at the floor,
like,
just
wow. And so she talks to her dad, and they go back. Her and her mom and dad go back into their room, and Catherine comes over to me. She's like, "Yeah, you should probably go now." Like, why? I was like, "Yeah, they're mad. You should go." It's like, oh no, that's not good. Do you want me to talk to her or something? Like, no, you just go. And so I leave.
have
Okay.
you talked to them since?
Yeah, we talked. They were just. I mean, if someone brought your daughter home.
Well, yeah, of course. I
like,
understand. I'm
No,
just saying.
for future reference, when I beat her, if she's accidentally bruised, definitely calling ahead and saying, "Here's what happened," instead of making up a fake story 5 minutes later. It was a real story. You can ask her.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely a real story.
I get-
Christian doesn't beat her or anything.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, my family has been nonstop left and righting me with, "Oh no, don't hit me." Like I'll say something to Brianna. She's like, "What are you gonna do? Hit me?"
As they should.
Well, now we will too. Shouldn't have told us this story.
Yeah, the same way
You guys
that
need content, so
the same way that Landon constantly abuses the fact that he held hands with my mother.
I did hold hands with his mother.
he told me the story. I heard it.
So
Yep.
He held
it was-
hands with your
it was-
mother.
It was the day. It was the first day of Strong Tower. But like before we left to drive there, we went and ate breakfast at Cracker Barrel with my mom, my grandmother, and my sisters.
Oh,
No, my sister and my niece. But while we're there, so listen, we're at Cracker Barrel. You know, like the round tables that you can get.
King Arthur.
Yeah, it's a round table. So it was like the seating order was Landon, me, my niece, my sister, my grandmother, and then my mother, which puts Landon and my mother sitting next to each other. We go to pray for dinner. We go to pray for the breakfast that we were having, not dinner. I'm an idiot. We go to pray for breakfast, and we all hold hands, like, to pray. And as soon as Landon and my mom start holding hands, Landon looks up from the prayer ring at me and goes...
As soon as
At
their
first-
hands
At
touch.
first, Eric doesn't get it, right? So he shoots me this weird look because we're praying, and I'm just like, okay. So we go through the entire meal where I'm talking to his nanny and everything, and then we go out to the car, and I'm like, Eric, did you not realize that? And he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, well, now I can definitely say that I held hands with your mom, and he just goes, oh, frick.
Yeah, their hands touched. Her ring fell off, and she became
Mine.
Katie Sutton,
Okay.
stolen by the younger man yet again.
Ooh, that's a roast.
That's a tough one. Sorry, Mom.
Sheesh.
Oh crap!
Isn't that more of a sorry Jason?
What?
I said, isn't that more of a sorry Jason?
No.
Isn't that a more sorry Dean?
And I know that Dean listens to this because he subscribed to the channel earlier today.
Nice. That makes one of us.
Yeah, for real.
Are you not?
I'm not subscribed.
How dare you? How do you?
Definitely didn't even know this is a YouTube channel until just now.
Well, that's the only way that we're uploading the podcast. Lord, but like that whole I went that entire meal trying to figure out what he was talking about, and I didn't get it until the very end, and it I can say that it did not make me very happy. If I'm being honest.
It didn't make you happy that Landon held hands with your mother?
No, it didn't make me happy that I knew that he was going to abuse the situation.
Yeah, because now when I tell people that, they'll look at Eric and expecting him to be like, "No, he didn't." But then Eric just hits him with a, "He really did."
Yeah.
And it's just the sheer
Yeah, he
disappointment in his
did.
voice that gives
I-
me so much pleasure.
I'm forced to look at people and be like, yeah.
He get to hold
it's
hands
true.
with his dad.
Oh, I said his sister was next on my list.
I thought you said my grandmother was next.
Oh yeah, Nanny. Nanny's
Whoa.
next, and then his sister.
Okay.
Which one?
Yeah, I have like 5 of them now.
In
In order?
In order.
Yeah,
Wait.
in order.
We counted steps
How old
and
is
halves.
How old is Kaylee?
Kaylee is 15.
How old is Presley?
Presley is also 15.
Which one's older?
Kaylee.
Okay, so then Erica, Kaylee, Presley, and then
Blakely, the newborn.
well, I've already
Blakely.
Everly. What's the other
Everly
one?
is technically my niece.
What's the other one?
I've
You
already
give
held
another
Waverly.
story.
Well,
Waverly.
I've held
Yeah, it's my
Blakely.
mother's child with Dean.
Everly?
Waverly?
Oh, like
As
the
in
Wizards.
Wizards of?
Yes.
Is it spelled the same way as the Wizards of?
What's her middle name? Maybe she's saved
I think-
there.
I don't even know.
Some generic like Nicole, Grace,
I think
Hope.
it's Nell. Waverly Nell.
And what's Dean's last name?
Yeah, that's
Smith.
the end of the podcast. Okay, so
So it's Waverly Nell Smith.
she's
She got cucked.
the most generic last name, but Smith, as in
And
John.
But then her first and middle name is Waverly,
Nell.
Okay, listen.
Nil as in zero.
It's because she's a 0.
Waverly nothing Smith. Waverly. Nil. Nell.
Actually, that might be That might be my niece's middle name. I think it's
Everly
Everly
Nell?
Nell.
We got 2 back-to-back L's.
Yeah, no, it was so stupid. Whenever like my mom was like, "Okay, we already know what we're gonna name the girl," and I was like, "What are you gonna name her?" And they said Waverly, and I was like, "We already have an Everly and a Blakely. There's too many Lees. Like, can we not?"
Unless it's Tylee or Rockley. I'm out.
But listen.
Oh,
Do you know what
Tylee?
Dean? You know what Dean convinced my mom to let him do if the kid would have been a boy?
What?
Dean convinced my mom to let him name the kid Kylo, as in Kylo Ren,
Oh my
if it was a boy, and my mom was on board with it.
Kylo.
Okay, but nothing tops what my pregnant cousin's husband wants to name their kid if it's a boy.
Pregnant husbands.
I said cousin.
Husbands.
Lucifer.
You nuh-uh.
Okay. You can't name your kid the father of lies.
You can't name your kid after
My
Satan.
cousin's husband wants to name their kid Lucifer, middle name Morningstar.
Lucifer's a sick name.
Yeah.
Let's just drop that. Lucifer Morningstar would be a crazy
killer
cool name.
Yeah.
But you can't name your kid
I know
Lucifer.
you can't.
I mean, you
Well,
can't.
and
But you can,
this
but
is
you
his-
shouldn't.
This is his reasoning. He's like, we can just call him Luke, and just us and family will know his
He's the
name's
devil.
Lucifer.
That his name is Lucifer.
But he was like, according to everything else,
Morningstar.
we'll just call him Luke.
Luke Morningstar.
Yeah, Luke Morningstar, but his actual name would be Lucifer.
He's got to be something cool. He can't just be like
My
oh,
cousin?
an architect.
He's
no,
he's-
Lucifer.
He's
Oh.
a freaking.
He can't grow up to just
he's
be
an accountant.
Yeah, he can't just pay the bills every once in a while. No, this guy's
he's,
got to be.
he's a drug dealer or something. He can't just be something lame.
he's got to be some FBI agents.
He's got to be
Mold.
cool. Yeah,
Some double
he's got to be awesome. But yeah,
school bully's worst nightmare.
honestly, the kid that fights back.
Okay. Oh, that's crazy.
And it's dead serious, too.
but,
Like,
like-
he's not even joking about
But
it. He
no,
really wants
like
to
the
name him
craziest kid, like the craziest names that I've actually seen a kid. I'm
Lucifer. Demonetized.
demonetized. There's these kids that go to the daycare at our church, and their names are literally one of them is, I want to say one of them's name is like Storm or something like that, and the other one is like I want to say he was like River or something like that. Like their parents are hippies, I think.
The mom's name's Mother Nature or something.
You shall call me Mama Bird. But I can't remember what their last name is, but like
Dang it.
it's really crazy. Bro, people can get creative with these names.
Okay, but River is. I would name a kid River. I don't think that's too terrible.
Joan Rivers.
Yeah. Or Rain. I would name like a little girl.
Rein.
Rain, as in like the reign of a king.
Rayne. Rain.
Ryan.
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 No, Rayne.
Raae.
Rain.
Ryan.
Ryan.
No, but for real, I would name a girl
Name
Rain.
your kid Thor.
Only
God of
if you
Thunder.
name yours Loki.
Odinson.
Actually, I'll name
Thor Odinson Farmer.
I'll name mine Loki if you name yours Thor. And then Eric can name his daughter Hela.
Okay.
Middle name Thick.
Oh Lord, I was actually like,
Hold on. Look at how he's sitting.
how is
What is
this
this?
weird?
Goldfish baked
It's the extra
cheddar
cheese.
flavor blast dust on my
Yo, I've been farting.
napkin.
Let me get a taste.
Yo, is that goldfish flavor blast baked? Wow.
I didn't know you were a man of
Come here.
class.
What type of ball do you
I was at the movies not too long ago, and some girl farted next to me loud enough for me to hear, and then her friend just goes, "Wow, you really can't handle your Chipotle, can you?" And I was like, seriously? You're gonna say that?
So I was watching Endgame for the second time in the cinema.
Okay.
Emphasis on sin, but and they're watching it with Keaton Phillips, and I know the movie, so I know when the quiet spot is near the end, like Tony's funeral. It gets quiet. I rip the loudest fart I can grunt. And it's just and it goes silent. And Keaton is looking over at me, holding in his laugh, and I'm busted at the seams with the. And we're just trying to keep contained during Tony's funeral scene after I ripped a nasty one.
That is glorious.
My worst movie theater experience was, I forget which horror movie it was, but me and Kyle went to go. Kyle's my brother. We went to go see one in theaters, and some dude stood up after a jump scare and said it loud enough for everyone to hear. He just went, "I crapped myself," and then he waddles out, and then they had to clear the movie theater because they had to come in and clean his chair because there was literal crap in his chair.
Dude's just like, "I left a fudge puddle," and then he runs.
They literally had to clear us all out. They gave us refunds and everything, but like, I was like, dude, you crapped yourself over a jump scare?
I crapped myself standing in Eric's room a few minutes ago.
He really did. Dude, so, like, I don't know about you guys. I don't know why this episode of the podcast keeps coming back to, like, poop and
Crap.
So, the one I recorded with you guys a few weeks ago
Oh, Lord.
was only poop as well.
That was a few months ago.
Yeah.
It was months, weeks.
Because that was after your spring program.
But it's just...
And it was also...
And
And you
Poop
can
is just too funny.
You can edit this part out. You're going to have to edit a lot, probably, from this episode.
Do not say something that I'm going to have to edit because I will not edit it out. I'll just delete the entire video.
No, you won't.
What? I'm giving you a
Yeah,
verbal check. Okay. Go.
that was definitely an experience.
It was something that I...
You still have that footage, right?
I still have it. It was hilarious. Of course I still have it.
Can we listen?
So it didn't get deleted?
No, it didn't get deleted.
Can we listen? We'd be up to like 5.
No.
That was a long
Can we go
episode.
just to where we were talking about that? So
About
I
the
want to
certain
hear 'em.
topic?
I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe next time because, as soon as this podcast wraps up, I'm trying to go to sleep.
Are you
We should
leaving?
try to get some guest stars
the
like
morning?
Jonathan. What?
Are you leaving
Yeah.
in the morning?
I'm gonna take a shower before I go to bed, and I'll leave I'll get up at 7:30ish.
Yeah. He's got a long drive back to his place of residence in the morning. Anyway, but like it's getting late, boys. Like my brain can't handle this. Like I've had a rough night already, and my brain.
It's 2:41. We've only recorded for 37 minutes.
No, but
I
I'm
understand.
saying, but like an hour before that, I was struggling with the daggone recording software.
I mean, you can cut it here if you want.
No, I'm
Thank
not
you
gonna
guys, and that was the No Dumping Podcast. Do
We're
do
not
do
wrapping
do 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 do. Ba ba ba.
So, a little bit of like foreshadowing, I guess, for our audience.
Foreplay.
Foreskin.
That too. That too. But we are going to be leaving for Marco on the 19th. I sincerely hope that we get so many podcast stories out of this week that I'm hoping that we can record once a day while we're in Marco with like one crazy story that happened each day. So we might not do full-length episodes while we're in Marco. We might do like 25, 30-minute episodes of each day while we're in Marco and just do like a series
We
of...
try to keep a day, like a log during the day.
Yeah.
Whip out the phone and just say something to it.
Yeah. So like I want to try and get like we'll probably do a series of the Marco Island trip, and like every day has its own episode of like 30 minutes of content per day.
Assuming we have fun.
But we will. I mean, last time we went to Marco, I sprinted head on into a glass door, about broke my nose, and Zach sat through a glass table.
Yeah, well, that was crazy. And there was like a weird love triangle going on with Eric, Ashlyn.
Don't remind me, bro.
Pool.
I still dream about that.
About her.
Oof.
Roar.
It's a good thing Ashlyn doesn't have access to any social media platforms, so she's not going to see this. Very awkward moment of silence. It's because Landon's on his phone because he doesn't know how to do anything other than be addicted to his screen.
A what?
Addicted.
Did what?
Oh, you're so funny.
And I'm not addicted. I'm sitting here because I don't have anything to talk about. I'm waiting for another subject to get brought up.
Why don't you use that phone and look up another subject?
I thought you were tired.
Who's tired?
We could always revert to the lawnmower if we really want to.
If we really get desperate.
So
If we get brutally
Christian's
desperate.
referring-
We have gimmicks.
Christian's referring to the Lawnmower 3
Four.
4.0.
Can I do the plug?
Do the plug. I mean, we are in no way sponsored by
Yeah.
Manscaping, although I wish we were.
If we were, that would be incredible.
Call me.
So I got on this trend because, it's beautiful and it's everywhere. But Stephen Sloan, a guitarist at my church, was talking about how wonderful and life-changing the lawnmower is. So naturally, I go on eBay and find the cheapest one I can that was partially used. Kidding. But no, it was like $44. Came to me, shipped a nice little package. Beautiful. They do this little heart balls thing. Just awesome. I get it in. Not as intimidating as I thought it was. Works like a charm. Nice little flashlight on it. Waterproof completely. Shaves amazingly. No nicks. And it cleans me very well. Because, I started the job here recently. And by God, I can come home to my nice shorn Ghibli bits if I want to.
I hate that.
The lawnmower.
Manscaped. Baby.
See,
I also have the Manscaped line of products, and 10 out of 10 recommend.
I was gonna get one. Like when the 3.0 came out, I was gonna get one.
I have the 3.0.
And I never got around to it. But now that the 4.0's out, I might have to find me a 4.0.
Get on there. eBay was like $44.
Dude, you can find so many things on eBay. I found tires for my car on eBay.
eBay is really cool. Kind of sus sometimes though.
Oh yeah, no, it's
eBay.
No. Nothing is as sketchy as Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace is so cool.
Facebook Marketplace is so cool, but it's so terrifying at the same time because you have no idea who you're gonna run into.
Yeah, or if you're gonna get the product that you want.
I had a dude try to buy a phone from me with fake $20 bills.
Dang.
And and it's not even they looked real. They didn't even look real.
I've seen a kid show off a phone he bought with fake $20 bills.
Did you really?
Yeah, he was Michael Floyd. When I was in 9th grade.
He's like, yo, check out this phone that I bought with fake $20
money.
bills.
He's like, look at this iPhone. I think it was the newest one. Was 9 or 10 at the time. Check this iPhone 10 I bought. This guy used fake money. Like, well, you're stupid. Why would you tell us that?
We're gonna rat you out. But yeah, so he had it didn't even look like real money. This dude hands me $180 in fake 20s that were that you could clearly tell were fake. And I just looked at the money. I didn't give him the phone yet, but I just looked at the money and I looked back at him and I was like, obviously I wasn't alone. I had a buddy of mine in the car with me, but I just looked at the money and I looked back up at him and I was like, really, man? And I was like, you're gonna try to give me $120 in obviously fake money? And he was like, man, I don't know what you're talking about, man. It's that's definitely real. And I looked at him and I was like, this isn't even Thomas Jefferson on his bill. I don't know.
Chuck E. Cheese or something on it.
I looked at him and I was like, I don't even know who this man is.
Mr. Moneybags. Monopoly money.
Yeah.
Try to give you a 500.
Try to give me a
Purple
$500 bill. Oh, but it was bad. I literally looked at him and I was like, does this look like Thomas Jefferson to you? And he was like,
Who's Thomas Jefferson?
He's like, nah, man. He was like, I'm real sorry. He's like, but don't call the cops. And I was like, I'm not gonna call the cops on you. I'm just not gonna give you the phone.
I'm not going to call the cops. Just get out of here.
He's like, I'm not gonna call the cops on you. I'm just not gonna give you the phone that I was gonna sell you if you're gonna give me fake money.
Why would I care if you try?
Exactly.
Yeah, you think I care? You're walking around with Monopoly money, trying to buy my
fool someone
phone.
else. I'm not stupid. if they take that money, they deserve to get fake money.
That's right.
Dumb.
They deserve that fake money. Oh Lord, I had so everyone they say that everyone has their lookalike. They say that everyone has their doppelganger. I get it too much. I've got at first when people would tell me that I looked like this person, at first it was flattering. At first I was like, dang, I can't believe that people think that I look like him. But after a while, it got annoying. And I'm referring to Tom Holland. And unfortunately for the listeners, none of y'all can see my beautiful face. But I have had on several occasions people tell me that I look like Tom Holland. And I was wondering if you guys have ever had someone tell you that you look like a celebrity.
I don't think you look like Tom Holland.
You look nothing like Tom Holland.
Literally, I had
I don't see it.
I had my bank teller yesterday tell me that I looked like Tom Holland. And I have had literally everyone that I've ever met from our Christian school competition tell me that I look like Tom Holland.
I don't think that you look like him at all.
Here's Tom.
Okay, that's a bad picture of Eric in general, though.
That's a picture of Tom Holland. It wasn't Eric.
No, it was not. No, I don't think I've ever had anyone tell me I look like a celebrity. Well, one time I had...
Plug at.
I had one girl tell me that I looked like the kid from National Treasure, but I don't think she knows what the kid from National Treasure looks like. So, no, but yeah, I guess.
She talking about. Gosh, of course I can't think of.
Talking about the
his
kid who
name
played PETA?
Yeah, and the kid from Bridge to Terabithia.
Dude,
Oh,
what
that's a
a
good
movie.
Movie makes me
now.
cry.
That was sad.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I didn't really understand it the first few times I watched it as a kid, but it's tough.
But when you rewatch it as like older, it's a rough
hits
movie.
home.
It does. It hits too close
it
to
is
home.
tough. I don't like that she dies. There's some.
Spoilers,
Yeah,
God.
spoiler for a movie that's literally like almost 17 years
the
old.
McDonald's toys came out for it.
There were
The little
McDonald's
green
ones for
gremlins.
Bridge.
Oh,
to
yeah.
There
Terabithia?
were toys for Bridge to Terabithia. What was it? One of them a noose?
She didn't hang herself. She just
Fell off the
drowned.
bridge. Yeah.
was one
Off
of them
the
a
water.
broken bridge with a river underneath it? Was one of them a tombstone?
Okay.
Was one of them a dead body? I mean,
No.
Dude, okay. Kids these days will never understand the crown glory of the quote-unquote toys that you could get from McDonald's. Do you remember
Yeah.
when Shrek 2 came out and they advertised the movie by giving away those plastic Shrek cups with every Happy Meal? Those were killer. I remember competing with my friends in middle school, seeing who could get the most Shrek cups.
Maybe it was wrong. It wasn't Bridge to Terabithia toys. What movie am I thinking
do
of?
y'all remember?
You thinking of like the Spiderwick Chronicles?
That wasn't him. That is what you're thinking of.
Maybe.
You're thinking of it, but
Green Goblin?
yes.
With the you had the little eyepiece to see.
Yeah, that's the Spiderwick
Yeah.
Chronicles.
Whoa.
Dude, that when I first watched that movie actually creeped me out.
Y'all remember when they used to give away like the literal glass like Coke glasses with your order or whatever?
Yes.
We had like 4 of those, and I broke every single one of them.
You suck. No, the Shrek glasses were like the Shrek cups were also glass.
Yeah.
Bro, McDonald's was on a whole nother level back in the day.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to purchase some Spiderwick Chronicles McDonald's toys off eBay.
The last
That's why I had this guy. He shot a little red laser.
the last
Man.
good toys that McDonald's had was Despicable Me, the Minions.
The Bakugan
The
character.
Bakugan.
Oh wait, he's in the last.
The last good ones they came out with
I
was
don't really care about
Minions.
Minions.
I literally hate the Minions.
Not the
so
biggest
much.
Minions fan.
I did too. I'm just saying those were the last good toys.
Like the Despicable Me movies were good,
Fair.
but I hate Minions. I cannot stand the Minions.
I loved going to McDonald's. I didn't really care for the Happy Meals, but getting a boy toy
Oh yeah.
was worth the $5.
Can it be a boy toy? I don't quite mind the girl toys.
Did y'all ever go back in to get the boy toy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or I sent my mom back.
several times.
Mom, I didn't get
It's like, Mom, they gave me a
Nana.
girl toy.
I don't want the My Little Pony figure.
And theory. That's where all the bronies were made. Is when little boys would get the My Little Pony toy from McDonald's instead of the Transformer toys.
And those are the boys that didn't go back in for the boy
yeah,
toy.
those are the boys that
they
didn't
just
go
kept
back in.
it.
Well, now.
I wouldn't say I'm a closeted brony,
But at the same
I
time,
don't flaunt it.
I mean, little bit of horseplay.
Oh,
okay.
That's a donkey.
close enough.
Bro, the tail end of this episode is gonna be so stupid to listen to.
It already is. This whole episode's been
I
stupid.
think we just make a separate intro And you split 2 episodes. You got 2 episodes here.
No, because we're only at 50 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it's only 50 minutes.
It's only been
Wow.
50.
Yeah.
How long do we do the?
I
episodes?
like to
An
shoot for an
hour.
hour.
I really. But the thing is, if I'm getting on YouTube, I don't know if I'd want to listen to guys, 3 random dudes I don't know, talk for an hour. That's just a lot of time.
That's what a podcast is.
Yeah.
It's like, guys,
0.5.
if you
7.
stop. If you guys enjoy any of this podcast, consider hitting that subscribe button and that bell. That way you get notified every time that we upload an episode. Also, we will be starting a Patreon. Can you give me a second, like 10 seconds?
And OnlyFans.
Look forward to the next episode where we talk about my lady's feet,
Okay.
the queen's toes.
And our OnlyFans.
We should do an OnlyFans podcast.
The no dumping OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Can you sell stuff on OnlyFans?
Yeah,
Body parts?
they have to pay to look at the pictures.
Could I sell the hair? Oh.
Could you sell the hair that
we use the
you
lawnmower on?
use the lawnmower on?
We'll save that for another time.
We'll
Leave
let
the
that
milking
idea
episodes.
stew.
Oh, it's
Oh, it's stewing.
Anyway,
keep
what I was
on
trying to get at
growing.
what I was trying to get at is we are going to have a Patreon, and the lowest tier will give you the most access to uncut content. Can you stop?
I'm sorry.
Please.
Cut
I'm trying
5.
to do something.
Okay,
God.
I'll quit for real.
This is going to be the 3rd time that I've tried to plug the Patreon.
Butt plug the Patreon. Cut 6.
We're going to be starting a Patreon. If you want to join, you can. If you don't, don't. Like, Landon is literally trying my patience so much tonight.
Well, let me try something else of yours.
No.
Okay.
No, you ruined the mood.
Like what?
I'm not in the mood tonight.
How is it just me? Christian's been doing the same, if not more than me.
Christian's not the one.
Don't drag me into this.
Christian's not the one moaning at the top of their lungs while I'm trying to plug the Patreon.
It's his fault that I moaned at the top of my lungs.
Butt plug the Patreon.
He said butt plug.
Cut 7.
Plus, earlier he said cut 7.
Cut 8. Next time, marking them, flagging them.
He is doing you a service by flagging him.
But it would be doing me a better service if you just didn't say anything along those lines, but it is going to happen. Upgrades, people, upgrades.
There's an ant on me.
Yeah.
I'm going to scream if I see another ant.
Okay.
Now I'm feeling bugs crawling all over
We
me.
have an ant problem right now.
Serious.
No,
Does Chandler?
I wish, no.
Is it stem
It's
from
just
Chandler's
this
room?
side of the house for some reason.
Of
Yeah,
course
it's
it is.
not chilling.
So it's my room, Presley's room, and then like the front end of the
Yeah.
house.
Probably because they're attracted to the smell of fish. God.
Okay.
Can I smell that?
You smell that? Oh yeah, the smell of fish. You freaking hear that, Brett?
You hear that, Brent?
Cut 9.
It's 54 minutes. It's only been 4 minutes since I last said what time
Okay,
it was.
I'm putting this sphere down and going to take a shower.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and cut this
Tune in
episode.
next time on the
Why is your butt
Dumping
so small?
Podcast.
Thank you for tuning into the
Okay.
No Dumping Podcast, guys.
Butt shamed.
He's gonna get it butt shamed all the way out. Freak this podcast, dude.
You didn't cut it yet.